lost in a thunderdome, twilight ruled the day. We found the impossible, now we're unstoppable. Taking off the world beneath us, strong under pressure, we'll make it together. Our universe will change. Freedom looking down a telescope, starlight never been so beautiful. Whole world waiting for us, time to go, escaping gravity. We'll be rising high above the rain, sunset never gonna be the same. Thunder calling us to outer space, escaping gravity. Escaping gravity. Escaping gravity. Straight to the galaxy, faster than sanity. Left behind a land forsaken. Black holes and meteors, riding on shooting stars. Fearless like our dreams. We shoot down a satellite, wings of a butterfly. Constellations recreate and fighting for liberty. Raising the energy, bursting at the seams. Freedom looking down a telescope, starlight never been so beautiful. Whole world waiting for us, time to go, escaping gravity. We'll be rising high above the rain, sunset never gonna be the same. Thunder calling us to outer space, escaping gravity. Escaping gravity. Escaping gravity. Starlight dances in the silver of the night sky. Way above the clouds we will be sailing high. Sailing high. Sailing high. Ooh. You and me, we're gonna touch the stars, find the center of the universe. New reality in front of us, escaping gravity. We'll be rising high above the rain, sunset never gonna be the same. Thunder calling us to outer space, escaping gravity. Escaping gravity. Escaping gravity.
All right, let's go ahead and get things started. I really do need to try and find a way to adjust that timer to better line up. The thing I've been using for the timer and all that, unfortunately doesn't take seconds, it only takes minutes. So unless I can get a track to perfectly land on that, I've been trying to find, the way I could fix it is I could literally just have it so that I start the track a couple seconds, like I would take the audio from the track and make a new sound file that's just padded out like the 18 seconds, whatever, in the front. So, you know, the screen comes up, there's a little delay, and then the music plays. But I need to do that. But welcome in, everybody. I'm sorry to hear that you're having a migraine. I do really hope you you feel better. It was stuck at 28 for 2 days, and now it's down to 27. Yeah, it feels like they got some stuff not quite working the way it's supposed to with the streak things. But yeah, so we've got our announcements for today. The first one is, now that the hot potato is officially over, I'm down to play some more RimWorld. I just didn't want to play RimWorld while the hot potato was going on, so I wasn't like splitting audience away from the hot potato. Competing with the charity feels bad, man. So we've got that going on. We do have the survey is still going on, so let me go ahead and get that command out real fast, which is survey, and I'll pin that. That's going on for about 3 more days, just to be clear. We have about 3 more days that survey is going to go. When it hits the end of the month, I'm going, like, the survey will still be there, but I'm going to go ahead and, like, stop announcing it, all that kind of nonsense. I am trying to get all the feedback I can. Last I looked, we were at 42 responses. I didn't get a chance to check it the other day, so there might be more in there. All that information has been very, very useful for me. It doesn't collect your email address. It doesn't collect your Google account information. I don't see any of that. The only way I could tell, you know, who filled in what is if you answer the questions in a way that makes it obvious. Like, if you're the only one who's ever asked about a specific game and there's one person who asks about it, I'll probably be able to figure it out. Or if you straight up say your name in the response, you know, that is what it is. Hey, Echo, how's it going? But to get all that kind of stuff, so we do have that survey going on. It only asks like 6 or 8 questions. And for those who are on the other platforms, because we are on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch, I'm mentioning all of this over here in Twitch and all that kind of stuff. Let's see, Michigan says, FYI, ads are broken and was manually running ads instead of the 3 minutes. It was running 5 to 9 minutes of ads. Shouldn't be here. Was that just something that's happening on Twitch in general? That's the first time I've heard that. I do know there's a thing that's supposed to like automatically adjust it using AI to what Twitch thinks will be best for you and your audience, of which I don't know any creators. Gotcha. It's probably the people who didn't turn that off. I'll keep an eye on it. The first block of ads did run for only 3 minutes. So, okay. Yeah, good to know. I think what it is they added a setting about a month or so ago that they defaulted it on, which big party foul there, but they added this new feature party that like defaulted on that no, you had it off and everything. Weird. I'll try and keep an eye on it. If you see it doing that, I don't know what the workaround for that would even be. Thank you, Echo. Echo saying he loves the t-shirt and all that. Or they love the t-shirt, don't mean to assume. But yeah, so anyways, back to the survey thing. So it's got like 6 to 8 questions. Oh, weird. Oh, I think with Eonek, the reason that the ads ran twice for FG there was she had to technically stop and start the stream. And when you do that, it resets that timer. That happens here if I, like, for example, when City Skylines full crashes where it takes out my computer, if I can't get it back up in time to where it, like, ends the stream, then you automatically will guaranteed get a round of ads 1 minute after I come back. That's the only way you get double added here, is if the whole stream goes down, because then it erases whatever timing considerations it had. It starts a fresh one. So I try and run the ads while people are still getting in here at the beginning. Yep. So, anyways, with all that said, I do try and want to get a response to that survey. It's like 6 to 8 questions. It shouldn't take you very long to go. I do understand like people not wanting to do that. It is an ask, but that information has been incredibly valuable. It does help me make decisions around the channel. It's asking like what genres of games you enjoy watching on the channel, what genres of games you're not really into on the channel, what games you tend to enjoy the most, and like what games you would like to see on the channel, stuff you think is adding and taking away. So most of them are multiple choice questions, but like the last 2 or 3, or it's like last 3 or 4 or whatever, they are, you can fill in the blank kind of thing. You don't have to answer them. There's only a couple questions that are actually mandatory. I think like the question about like genres you want to see is like a mandatory question, but generally speaking, any feedback I can get on there is valuable and helpful. And I am very much going to use that information to weigh my decisions on the channel going forward. So probably best to fill it out, because if you don't and then the channel starts going in a direction you don't want because you didn't fill it out, that's a you problem, because I asked for information and you didn't give it to me, and I acted according to the information I was given. So that's one thing. And that's going on for 3 more days. We have a poll going on the Discord about what games you'd like to see on the channel. That's actually a big reason we played Project Zomboid yesterday, was that did have a lot of votes for it. Granted, in that particular one, I didn't give it a whole lot of competition so far as bigger name stuff, but we'll sit there and go with that. And then for the third thing, we still have those Farm Simulator 22 keys that we're giving out. I'm going to be giving those out in 2 days on the 29th, because that'll be 1 week after we finish the dare drop and I got to hold all the keys. So far, no one has responded to it. You've got full-on season passes that are like $30 each or whatever the cost is. They're on sale, so I don't know what their base cost is. Like $30 each. That we have keys that I am giving away for free. All you have to do is pop in the Discord and be like, I want it. And the only reason it's going to Discord isn't me trying to bully you onto Discord. I need some place I can actually store that and keep it there so that people can sign up. And Twitch doesn't give me that functionality. Twitch, I could do a giveaway actively live on stream in the moment, but anyone who isn't there at that very specific second can't participate, and I don't want for everyone here who's been here for like the long period not to be able to participate just because I happen to give it away in the morning or like the beginning or the end of whatever the stream. For those who didn't catch, our stream schedule has changed. This is the first one. I've mentioned it's been coming for a while, and I updated the calendar today, which... It's a thing that Twitch, I can't update the calendar to completely change the schedule in advance. It just doesn't work that way. And I mentioned in the Discord, and I did a reminder today, but stream will be starting at 7 p.m. EST for at least like the next 5-ish weeks. And that's because my wife's work schedule has changed, so I'm changing my schedule so that me and her can enjoy dinner together before stream, so that now we don't have to interrupt the middle of stream by me trying to figure out some food. I've already eaten now. So that'll all be good. And what else do I got? I think... Oh, and then at the end of the month, so 3-ish days from now, we will have American Truck Simulator is doing a dare drop for, I believe it's their Kansas DLC is coming out. And we will be more than likely doing that. So we'll be probably doing a stream of American Truck Simulator for that. That we can get a bunch of keys for stuff. I don't know if I don't know what the drops are and what the challenges are yet. They don't give that information out until the dare drop opens. But with a lot of the simulator style games, they've been really good about giving out base games and DLC for the keys, so there's all that. Alright, with all that said, the plan for today's stream is that we're going to be starting some with Heckin' RimWorld. And then we'll do our poll in the middle of the stream, so it won't be 9 p.m. for the poll now, because that's only like 2 hours of the stream. It'll be 11 p.m., which will be actually pretty close to the middle of the stream. And we won't make like a big long break that. We'll just do the poll, we'll switch games. I've also got some information that with TikTok, from both another creator who's been very successful with their TikTok stuff, as well as TikTok staff. It's more or less that your category doesn't mean anything, or your title doesn't mean anything in TikTok at all whatsoever. So we're no longer going to do the thing where I end the TikTok stream and restart it whenever we switch categories. They're like, yeah, don't bother. It's like literally not used for anything at all. So yeah, don't worry about that. And then I was like, what about YouTube? I was like, oh yeah, you have to get that right in YouTube. But it was just kind of funny. It's like, so you require me to enter these fields. I cannot physically make things run on TikTok without it. And they mean nothing. Thanks. A+. So every category in TikTok from now on is other game. So I don't have to worry about being miscategorized. Anyways, with all that said, let's get into some Heckin' RimWorld. The plan for RimWorld today, can people search for stuff on TikTok? My understanding is either they can't or they don't. I don't really know which way it works. But they're like, yeah, it really does not matter. Most people on TikTok, it's just this. Just moving on up, the algorithm will decide what you like. If you happen to like video game stuff, it'll give you more video game stuff. If you happen to like certain kind of video game stuff, it'll give you more of that. But it really doesn't seem to matter. It does seem like TikTok might actually be trying to go in the way of like cosmetics and all that sort of stuff that they're pushing, like beauty products, and not so much gaming, which is weird. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, so the plan for this one is I'm not going to worry about like revisiting the Coral Island colony. That was that was a fun one to like do something weird while we're going into it, but I don't want to deal with all the dev tool stuff. We did turn back on our mods. It's the basic ones we have. Like there's 1 or 2 mods that mess with the AI, but otherwise it's mostly UI stuff. And then the extended biomes. That's fine, Strider. I use TikTok only pretty much exclusively for creator purposes and all that kind of stuff. I actually don't consume. So my plan for this one is it became kind of a big thing for it kind of became a big thing on the RimWorld hot potato that Just the Boomrats. Like, in a lot of ways, the Boomrats were the star of the hot potato. So, I think we'll just do a colony that is based around Boomrats. Why? Because why not? I mean, the answer is Boomrats. But, you know. Do you know about TikTok to stay away? It makes sense from content creator side to use things. Yeah, no, it's one of those things that definitely feeds the, you can feed addictive practices. Same thing with, like, Twitter. A lot of the social networks, it's kind of the same thing, that you can, like, get absorbed in and just... You could just, you know, as they say for doom, like, Twitter doom scroll, where you're not doing anything, like, positive for your mental health. Quite the opposite, actually. You're just stressing yourself out. But, I haven't decided exactly how I want to do the Boomrat. So the first thing we do have to make sure is that we choose a tile that can have Boomrats. I believe the Boomrats spawn on temperate forest and like jungle and that kind. We can't go to the really cold tiles. They won't appear there. So we're looking for something in the area of like temperate forest. I don't remember all the tiles they can be on. I know temperate forest is eligible. I'm pretty sure jungle is as well. I don't know about swamp. All the modded biomes I'm going to stay away from just because I have no idea what does and so. Oh, cool. Boomrats inhabit temperate forest, temperate swamps, and arid shrublands. Okay, so we're basically looking at stuff in the temperate area. Gotcha. Good to know. I've done arid shrublands in forever. Yeah, maybe we'll do an arid shrublands. Oh yeah, I don't have the minimap preview. That's fine. So sure. Any tile's fine. Do I want to mess with mounts? Let's get the preview turned on. So bear with me for just a moment. We're gonna get the preview mod turned on. Just because we can. So I'll quickly reload the game. We'll do that just that way if we get a tile that's like totally scuffed or whatever, it's like, do we deal with this? Or because we wanna do a tile. Oh, arid shrublands might be hard to have a reasonable population. Maybe temperate forest. Do I have a favorite? Ooh, honestly, I actually like some of the more annoying tiles when it comes to building, like swamp and that are a lot of fun. Oh, I'm doing well. It's been a pretty good day. So I actually do like some of the tiles that are generally what most people consider as being kind of awful. Which, like I said, that's more like the swamp, marsh, tropical rainforest. When I'm doing like bigger challenges, I'll tend to do like temperate forest. Like if the idea is the map thing isn't a challenge, like it's like pollution or whatever, just to get my best odds. And before I forget, thank you for everyone popping in here. We got Sentient Cookie grabbing the first. We've got Very Last Lardine, Eonek, Michigander, Conrite, Darstrider, Not in Just Gold, Chris, Tifa, Echo, bunch of others popping in here. Alright, so I'm thinking we'll actually go with temperate forest. I was gonna go with the arid shrublands because that could be a very fun tile, but that just struck me. Food is going to be a real problem if I do that, because I'm planning on having some serious boomrat nonsense going on. Man, you can actually get quite a... Oh, that's tropical rainforest. We don't want to do that. Boomrats are not native to the tropical rainforest. Because I am thinking of getting a tile that we'd actually have... Ooh, this could actually be an interesting one. Close off this area and just make all of that for Boomrats. That's kind of the nonsense I'm thinking about doing, is like finding a defensible tile that we could have a lot of Boomrats going on. Like an unreasonable number of Boomrats. That's also an interesting spot. Is that marsh? That's just rough marble. Have like a giant grow area there just for the Boomrats. A lot of these would actually work really well. Interesting. That's kind of cool. I didn't expect that. So if you're looking at this, I've got this one's a dead end up here that opens up that way. This one is a canyon that goes from one end to the other. And then they have another dead end here. So the implication that supposedly you wouldn't be able to cross this. In reality, I can cross those cavern networks. But it is kind of interesting that it did seem like it may have even just been random chance. It did seem to make a tile that made sense for what we had there. I'm waffling at what kind of exact tile I want. Because I'm also trying to think of what I could do to have the highest concentration of Boomrats supported. Just really lean in on this nonsense. I'm kind of wondering if we actually wanted to do like an in-mountain tile or something where we just feed the rats. Like we grow stuff otherwise, and we just feed them. Like I was actually surprised at how well that worked. Just throwing some potatoes into a room and the rats could handle it just fine. I don't know. What is this? Huh. Is there new ones? I just don't remember the, that tile style. It's always the hardest part of choosing, like, what kind of tile you want. Like, I could sit here forever and do this. We're not going to. Like, I don't want to do the crater canyon or whatever it was. Or not canyon. The one we were doing, for, like, the super defensible spot. I want to avoid doing that again because we've done it a bunch of times. But it might be fun to, again, just like make a super big Boomrat space. I could also see going out of our way to, Okay. Like, I'm looking at it, kind of scratching my head. Oh, wait, we're in tropical rainforest again. I need to not be there. Temperate forest. Because I need temperate forest for the Boomrats. That is the whole idea behind the ideologies. We're going to have an ideology that just is all about the Boomrats. Hey, Zidian, how's it going? I also need to, at some point, get with you, Zidian, about how, like, when we're going to do the delivery ink for the Make Me Play. I'm absolutely down to do that one. I just need to sit down and figure out when we're doing it. I think that was a good way of getting the style of game you were looking for without having to worry about it. Any day this week on earlier stream works. Gotcha. Yeah, keeping in mind that we're starting at 7 now instead of 5. So long as Tomb schedule is what it is. Like, I keep being tempted to take one of these corner tiles, because I don't think I've ever taken a corner tile. Let's do it. Let's just take this one. It's grassland. Most of the year grow season. Should be fine. Let's just do it. Otherwise, I'll be there forever. We're going to create a custom ideology. So, for right now, we're just going to go with the Prolicizer. I'm not going to do Rancher, because that would require us to eat the Boomrats. Which is kind of thing. Actually, no, not Wednesday. All right, like I said, it'll probably be Friday, I think, is what I'm gonna guess it'll be. But we'll get that on there. Okay, so we already have all that. Now the things we're going to intervene is no, you are not that one. Boomrats, where are you? Boomrats are a venerated animal. Our ideology will just be Hail Boomrats. Adjective. I don't know, Boomrats. Member noun. Boom rat. Ritual room, the boom room. And for those who don't know where any of this is coming from, this is just because of the hot potato. The boom room, which will be a fire icon. That'll be vaguely orange. Cool. Is there anything else we should change? Oh. Edit. The title... Boom Chief? Those both be Boom Chief. No, I don't care about the way. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take those off. It's fine. Let's see. For the funeral celebration, what are we gonna call the funeral celebration for the Boomrat colony? The final boom. Sky booms. Feel strong, man, the final boom. And they have the real festival. Instead, that'll be like, Rat Jam. Boom Rat Jam. Probably space there. Boom Rat Jam for the social. Excellent. Everything is Boom Rat themed there. Do we have... It's a Boom Rat statue, that's good enough. The relic. The truth of Boom. You know, actually the pistol does not feel like it belongs there. We'll add more relics later. That's what we'll do. Is there anything we want to put in there? I think we do that. Now, normally I don't save these. Narrative. Through light and darkness. The Boomrats held true. Oh, we'll have it was Boom Rat 36. Follow me into the night. For the final charge. Held true. Carrying the potato to the finish line. Good. I am saving that because I am not re-entering that all again. Alright. So, we have Boomrat themed everything here except the meme because I don't really have a Boomrat meme here. Like, the closest we could have is Rancher, but Rancher requires you to eat the animals instead of plants, so not actually what we want. But yeah, so we have a fluid ideology that's going to change. We've named it after Boomrat, so you've given it a flavor text that honors Boomrat 36, which is the Boomrat who saved the colony by, like, the surviving Boomrat of, like, the big charge against the enemies. We've got Boomrat themed festivals and all that, a Boomrat themed thing. We also have Boomrats are venerated, which means Boomrats dying will be really bad for us. It'll go great. This won't literally explode my face or figuratively explode my face. It's going to absolutely do both those, by the way. We're going to start by making sure all of our injuries are our own. Okay, so what do we even have here? A night owl nudist, I can live with that. Masochist, sure. Pessimist, abrasive, get out. I'm just trying to choose ones that aren't going to be self-destructive kind of thing. That's fine. Oh, injury. Undergrounder, sure. Slothful pyromaniac. Come on, no injuries. So I'm trying to avoid stuff like misogynist, abrasive, meanderous, stuff like that. Jealous. Oh my god, please. Please. Tough, sure. Incapable, a lot of stuff, don't care. Tough. Quick sleeper, cool. And actually we have a good representation of all of our skills here. Cool. And honestly, a pretty good split. Oh, actually, it's... No, it's, yeah, that'll work. We can go with that. Alright. So, this does mean it is time. Something we haven't done in quite a while, which is to open up the queue for... Oh, my queue buttons are gone because I lost all my settings for... Well, that's weird. I've never had it spawn me right on the edge of the map before. That's actually kind of not great. Okay, so let's go here. So I've lost my stuff for queue. Start. Okay, so if you do exclamation mark join, you can have a character named after you. We are gonna have the whole issue of I'm not gonna be able to pin both. I mean, you can technically pin both messages up, and for on mobile, you could like slide back and forth to see them. It's not gonna be ideal, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so you've got. You're probably going to be a melee pawn with those skills. And dog might be our second melee pawn. Okay. And who's our absolute best shot? Probably gonna be Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo's our best shot, so one of the bows definitely goes to Buffalo. You get the second bow. You get the Pila. You get the knife. And you get the spear. Well, the Equa, which is kind of like a spear. You don't think your opponent will replace the old pin? Gotcha. Alright, so plan is... Actually, this is a... Okay, this is not my favorite layout, but that's alright. So I got some rich soil here. Yeah, I guess we'll just dig in here. I didn't realize how much is back there. Alright, we can... Meanwhile, you'll also be a doctor. We're gonna tag everyone who's got passions and everything. And we'll go from there. Okay, so manual priorities... I think it's okay if we have the survey thing drop off. Between the two, actually. Alright. So you're gonna handle Hunt. Oh man, Humps is very limited on what they could do here. You'll fill in for there, but you'll primarily be around cleaning. And all that. So we'll have you mine... And we'll have you plant cut after that. You, on the other hand, you can help with the handling of the animals. Oh, you're not going to hunt because you're melee. You're going to be my construction person. There's no question about that. I will also put in here to do the research and all that. There is a question about that. You're going to do the research. That'll be third, okay. You're our cook. No question about that. You can fill in with that as the next priority. Then you'll work on this stuff after that. Yeah, because you'll be the construction person who also mines. No, you won't. You'll be our grower. And then to do construction after that, and I'm not going to worry about the other stuff. All of you can hunt. And you'll be our construction person and our mining person. Okay, so we got our assignments there. What's the gist of this run? More Boomrats. Yeah, basically we're gonna just do something along the lines of kind of honoring the colony we had for the RimWorld hot potato, which basically a Boomrat got tamed and named, and then things escalated from there. Do I still have someone? Is that... Yeah, you can't hunt, so you're gonna take off that. As far as the animals they gave us, the cat is probably not going to make it. I will try to keep the other two alive, but I mean, it's early game. Yeah, Boomrat equals yes. I want to mine this one tile because I think there's a pocket back here if I remember the mini-map. Oh, we also don't have the mini-map up here either. Man, it's fine. That's what I get for ever taking a... Yeah, I was like, I could remember that there was absolutely more to this map. Okay, in that case, what we're going to go ahead and do is, I think I know where our choke point's going to be. Right there, that's a choke point. That's what's happening. So, don't put this stuff here. I'm going to go down here and go zoom. Dumping stockpile. Stockpile. Okay. So start hauling that all down there. God, you love maps like this? Yeah, we looked at the preview of it. I was actually expecting them to dump an Ancient Danger right here in the middle, which honestly would have been good. So one good news, we actually have 3 geothermals out here. There's like one there as well. Yeah, so that'll be good. Hi Maddie, how's it going? Alright, so I think what the plan is going to be, we'll start building... Like, it'd be kind of fun to build the base in this spot in the middle, but that's not going to be big enough. Like, I could definitely see putting, like, the hospital, like, kill box here, hospital down there, that kind of stuff. In the meantime, I do think we're just going to straight up just build in this wall down here. Alright, that'll be the first room we make. In the meantime, I know I literally just put this over here, but we're going to go ahead and use this to expand that down there. There you go, shrink it here. And get our grow zones set up, because those are kind of early priority. We're going to get all of those set up. So we've got rice, potatoes. Looks like I got a little bit of rich soil down here. I'm not putting any priority in all this. Right now we're just trying to get the initial in place. We get fancier about what we're doing later. Oh, don't do that. Alright. Meanwhile, so we've got that blocked off for the time being. Order zones, remove home zone, get rid of that. Yeah, so we're still hauling all that stuff out of here. That's totally fine. Alright. And I can't remember. Oh yeah, Boomrats we can zone, that's right. We don't have to do the thing where I need a pen or whatever. We could zone them. That's Boomrats, not Boomalope. Those are gross. No one wants those. We want the little booms, not the big booms. So we gotta wait for them to show up on the map, and then we'll start getting our Boomrats going. And we'll do that thing where I plant too many things too fast and cause ourselves grief. But I call it out first, which means it's fine, right? Alright, and we can go ahead and we'll make this one for the medicine. Let's see, one, a child-sized boom, now grown booms. I'm not sure what you mean. Not sure if it's vanilla or one of my mods. Let's see, one of my mods, but hitting, I think home keys allows all items on the map. It just shows, do that spawn manually. No forbidden things found. Interesting. I think that might be a mod. That's probably that seems like an allow tool kind of thing. Alright, so let's start. Who will be humps? I don't have the buttons on there, so I'm going to go ahead and do Q, draw. So congratulations, welcome to the colony Longclaw. So Longclaw. One with boom. And next up, we have dog. We Conrad. One with boom. Cool. And next up, we got Banyo. Will be the very last Lardine. One with boom. Why is randomly in quotation marks? Oh, we all know. We got Tangerine Blade. One with boom. Yeah, for the record, it's not actually rigged, but you know, it always gets accused of being rigged. So, just leaning into it for the memes. And then finally, Buffalo is going to be Donkey Duff. One with boom. So he says, nah, like, if anyone's making it biased, it's Rawlbot. I can't be held accountable for the actions of Rawlbot. XKCD 221 random. Yeah, the fun fact, random is actually not really that random. It's actually a problem in, you can observe it in Project Zomboid, in fact, that stuff that is using random number generation to decide stuff, they tend to be fluky, especially Java's random number generator. It tends to kind of fluke on whether it rolls high or low numbers kind of thing, just because of the way it's implemented. So you very genuinely in Project Zomboid will get a run where you'll get a bunch of crits like back to back, and then a bunch of no crits back to back, and it's because the random number generator in Java is kind of crap as far as being actually random. All right. So I've got all that set up. We'll go to work schedules. Do we have any night owls? I thought we did. We do. Donkey Duff is a night owl. So we're gonna go ahead and go to Donkey Duff's schedule. And you sleep those hours. And we'll put everyone to recreation. Put it like this, actually. Okay. Oh, nice hair. Thank you. It's actually, it looks better on the camera than it does in real life right now at the moment. It's getting pretty badly faded. It is the purple, but it is pushing pretty far into getting like blonde / bleached color. I was going to actually re-up it today, and then I forgot that I was going to re-up it today, and then I didn't re-up it today. So you know, that be how it be. Alright, just gonna tell him to diss on my thing there. Oh, you meant your you meant your colonist? Yeah, it has like a little button, just like right there at the top. All right. It does make me wonder if ultimately, if long term when we start building our bedrooms, I actually want to put like the bedrooms up here. And the reason I'm thinking that is if I build the bedrooms up here, when a fight shows up that's attacks immediately, we can just run down and come around this way and like already be in position. Versus if it's way down here, you know, got to run the whole way up there. Especially if people take injuries, it's gonna take, you know, it's gonna get worse and worse. I did see, like, it was fun seeing the way people tackled stuff in the hot potato, just for like different styles of kill boxes and everything. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't you go murdering Killbot or Killbot, Rawlbot. Killbot's not officially out yet. Don't worry about that one. Don't go threatening Rawlbot. You don't know the powers of Rawlbot. Hey, don't disassemble that table, actually. Alright. Yeah, Rawlbot has the power of ban. Yes. We can make this into a production room. Yeah, I'm thinking down here, like this ends up being the kill box. Whatever space we have down here becomes the hospital. That becomes a production room. I don't know what we'll put over here. I might actually put the rooms that people live in up here. And then maybe we have like the ideology room and all that back here. So kind of a spread out base. I don't normally do that. But I like the idea of trying to keep all the people like where people are going to frequent up in this area. So that when we make this into its proper kill box, it's just already in good order for it. Yeah, I don't care about the sarcophagus. I'm looking at 2 geothermal spots inside the valley. It's actually 3. And they're equally spread out too. Ish. Oh yeah, and I never add the dice roll. What would be the dice roll be for? Hey, Alanarama. How's it going? Can I get a shout out for Alanarama? Hope you're having yourself a good day. And for those who didn't catch the end of the hot potato, it was amazing in so many ways. For one, it broke 100,000. That the hot potato did, in the end, break $100,000. Which is heckin' ridiculous. For another amazing thing is, a bunch of the Boomrats ended up getting plague, so while Suey was doing kind of like the outro, a whole bunch of them chain react exploded, catching everything off guard. For those who don't know Lanarama, absolutely fantastic content creator on the platform you should absolutely be following. Plays a whole heck of a lot of RimWorld, so really good times are there. Does like does toolkit and all that kind of good stuff as well. Yeah. The dice roll to see how bad my luck is publicly. Yeah, no, I know that was a meme. I wasn't sure if there was like a specific thing you're looking for. Because sometimes there is. But yeah, no, broke 100,000 like right by the end. I think it ended up being like 100,000 like 50 something bucks or whatever at the end. Which technically people could still donate to it for a little while longer. I don't know exactly when the Tiltify campaign comes to an end, but usually they run a couple days over. There's clearly a hollow spot there. But yeah, so thematically around this run, we're going to get a hold of some Boomrats. They're supposed to spawn on this biome. And we're going to honor the Boomrats of the hot potato by making just a Boomrat-centric colony where they're a venerated animal and all that. Please tell me their clip. Oh, there's like 4 of them. Yeah, if you're in the Discord for the hot potato, there's a bunch of clips there. I think there might also be clips in the Halcyon Frequency one. Hecky's Gift. We'll make that the first one. We'll make the very first Boomrat Hecky's Gift, and then the second Boomrat will be Boomrat 36. Even though it's Boomrat 2, it'll be Boomrat 36. Don't worry about it. It makes sense. For those who aren't catching where that comes from, Hecky's Gift was the first Boomrat brought into the RimWorld hot potato, and Boomrat 36 was, they had like this big charge of Boomrats against like a really, really bad situation. and Boomrat 36 was one of the survivors of that conflict, but was severely injured in the conflict, and so seen as like, you know, kind of like the hero of that charge and all that. It's funny about how ridiculous the entire thing of the Boomrats got. It was also funny that it managed, like, it literally was, you had 2D Carry started things. Hecky got the first Boomrat as, I think, the second person who streamed. And then there was not a point that there was going to be anything. You added to Boomrat 36 memorial in your turn? Nice. I had someone say I should make a memorial, so I added, like, the torch and the flower pot. And that's what I had made for the memorial. I wanted to make it so the bed was disallowed, so it was like, you know, just the one kept there, but it didn't seem to have that as an option. We're like, okay, as long as it says a medical bed that's, you know, it still feels like it's along the right lines. Okay. So we've got just a quick room here. Area revealed. Is like one tile. Alright. Yeah, so just got like a little room we could just pack him in here for a moment for like a cheap, we haven't put in the effort yet, barracks. Harvest those. Okay. They're just cleaning up some of these little rock areas here. Alright, so I'm kind of giving them a little bit of time to get everything picked up. We actually do have a lot of people hauling now, which is nice. Alright. So I like the idea of making this rock cluster into a production room. Like, this will ultimately become like our ideology space, and we'll go up here and we'll make our actual living quarters. I like this idea. So, trim off the parts of it that aren't really going to be good for using, because you can't put a hallway in there. Yes, like maybe that'll be like the main production room. We can go with that to start. I don't think that'll require a column. Yeah, no, we should be good. Yeah, we should be good, because I can't remember, it's something like 6 or 8 tiles. You can usually use the columns to determine. Yeah, so like, if I were to put that there and it didn't cover everything, then you'd have concern. Yeah, but we should be good there. So that'll be our production room. And meanwhile, we'll make great decisions. We'll just keep on building and not taking the time to stop. And I'm saying it'll be good with absolute sarcasm. Make our bedrooms big. Visitor! Gary Howell is visiting, has items to trade. We'll talk about that in a minute, friend. We're giving these people borderline mansions. In RimWorld terms. So you know. Little boxes. Actually, I want to do it on this side. Get our built-in choke points. We can go ahead and not worry about that. And we'll just do this on the other side too. It was fun doing the colony where we were the Adam and Eve challenge thing that we were doing, where we were raising like all our own colonists. That. Oh, like I said, I know it's on the Halcyon Frequency one, and there's also on the Hot Potato Discord. I don't mind if someone posts the clip, by the way, or you'd have to send it to one of the mods like Eonek, but I don't mind if someone has the clip posted. Yeah, you can leave. But it'd be one of the mods has to post it, just to be clear about that. If you try to post it and you're not a mod, it'll be like, no, stop it. You know how it be. Set you to be cotton. And you could be, we forgot the medical already. We're not gonna do fiber corn. I'm not gonna worry about a bunch of this other stuff. And we have the no research and random research mods going again. We will just make entirely too much dye. That's fine. Cool. So we've got a overwhelming amount of that. Oh, cool. We were alerted of a mechanator. We're right at the beginning of the game. It's like, mechanator, first thing for you to worry about. It's like, okay, game. All right. Yeah, I'll start hollowing that out. Like, I'm definitely not doing this the way I should be. I should be getting something done before worrying about the next thing. In the meanwhile, let's go ahead and go down here to stockpile. Just with type being going clear, important, components. I must click that manufacturer. You know what? That's good enough. The point being, get these components inside. That's the chain. There was right at the end of the hot potato while so he's doing the outro. There was a clip for that. I could probably grab that myself here real fast. Give me just 2 seconds. Where did you go? Maybe it was in the halcyon frequency. Because there's a good like 3 or 4 clips that came out of it all at once. Oh, that's not the right Discord. There's just too many. Okay, so if we go to hot potato clips. Ah, gotcha. Cool, you already got it. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. But yeah, no, we had multiple instances of Boomrat chain reaction goodness. That will more than likely happen as we get this built up. That's an explosive ending. Yeah, well that was the thing. It was a reoccurring... Oh, I'm doing pretty good, Maddie. Sorry if it took me a long moment to respond, but I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so we've got a hair here that wants to tangle. Let's go ahead and get that knocked out. Go poke the door. Good job, cat. It's about the only useful thing I've ever had a cat do in RimWorld. It's just, it's very much a meme in RimWorld that cats are like doomed to never survive. That cat is also going to die, by the way. Cats nuzzle in RimWorld? They do, but they seem like predestined to die. Like, they'll go and they'll get in a fight with a rabbit, and they'll die. Like, that cat fought with a rabbit, and basically... I'm surprised you haven't gotten downed yet. Sorry, cat. They also, like, they nuzzle, They don't do a whole lot other than that. Alright. Sounds like my cats. There. Alright, for just a moment. Oh, so okay, so I've already planted everything. So I was gonna say for just a moment I'm gonna stop them from sowing. That way these two go and they start picking more of the berries. So just waiting for that rice to come in. Can you test adding a D20 command now? Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Going to bed hungry. Not what you want. Alright, so you can go here and structure. Production. Right now, put the butcher spot there. I'll give you a wooden stool. D20. Eunuch rolled a 20. It's rigged already? Absolutely. No, we're discussing the cat's behavior, not people's response to the cat's behavior. So we get a bunch of steel from there. We got more over here. We got more down here. Got some components. Got more components. We actually have quite a bit. We got steel up here. So everyone's rolling dice now. Okay. There's probably an ancient danger in here somewhere, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Extreme break risk on you because you're hungry. Oh, and you know what we forgot to do? Creature do forever. Alright, so we got some recreation stuff being built. And we will probably train the other animals once we have the chance, but right now it's just not a priority. We're working on that. Alright, so we need a name for the colony, and we need a name for the faction. Now, the faction, we are an ideology based entirely around Boomrats. We're planning on keeping lots of Boomrats. And the colony is just where the Boomrats are going to live. Now, we already have boomers. I have such a feeling. Oh no, we're not doing okay boomers. No. No. Yeah, no, in Strider I'm not going to use a name like that. That won't be a thing I'll do. The moment you open that can of worms, you're opening up the politics can of worms, and that's just not a thing. That's actually the reason why I'm not going for, like, the boomer's name. It's like, okay, that is actually kind of appropriate from the fact we're talking Boomrats, but people immediately assume I'm talking generation thing, and don't even want to deal with that can of worms at all if I can help it. Yeah. Maybe we could do something like this, like Boom Town. Boomtopia. Boomtopia definitely has possibilities. The faction, though. Bring fire foam. Boom Bay. If only we had a bay. It's just sad they missed the end of the hot potato. Yeah, no, I saw the end, but it's like I couldn't really keep track of it because I was like running trying to like get my dinner and everything. Boomington? Boomington. I like Boomington. I feel like one with boom also. Yeah, we could just do that. One with boom. We can just do that. It's Boomington. It is the town of Boomington with the faction One with Boom. Because One with Boom is the title I've been giving named people on this one. Oh, you got food poisoning? Nice. That'll help your mood. Have you considered not having food poisoning? What are you doing? Oh, you're harvesting berries. Cool looking map. Thank you. I say, implying it had anything to do with the way the map was generated. A wild woman wanders in. I don't want to deal with the Yatkin. All that medicine out of here before it rots out there for no reason. I know I shouldn't worry about deconstructing all this stuff here, but it's kind of like it's there, so you know. When it's all deconstructed. I am certain that Alanarama does not eat their cats, Strider. Okay. So working on that, we're getting on this. I'm assigning too many tasks. It's the same thing, and I do this all the time. Is I just assign more and more and more tasks, and then nothing actually gets done because RimWorld has that habit of, like, they're deconstructing that, they're mining this, but they're not finishing any of these. Strider, let's not joke about eating pets. I get you're joking, but yeah, no, it's you want to do it. I really do wish RimWorld had like oxygen not included, where it could be like, okay, priority 1, priority 2, you know, priority 8, where you just kind of split it all out like that. That way you could plan a whole bunch of stuff in advance and just be like, here's the order of, you know, priorities. You can actually close that door so the wild woman doesn't wander into our stuff and start tearing up our plants. We won't want to do that long term, but you know, it is what it is. Oh no. Any raw food is considered dangerous food type. When you cook it, it becomes not dangerous. But literally any raw food, for the most part, is dangerous food type. With the exception, I think, like, I have like ambrosia or something like that. Yeah. And for those who haven't checked out Longclaw, another fantastic creator on the platform. Highly recommend. Plays a whole variety of games, like Victoria, Bannerlord. Has done some, I believe you did some hardcore World of Warcraft, and a whole bunch of stuff like that. So definitely worth checking out. Project Zomboid as well. Alright. That food poisoning, though, it's a bad time. Yeah. Zidian saying berries you can eat raw without a mood debuff, but they're still dangerous. Yep. I think literally everything that is raw, other than the stuff that's like also considered like a drug, like ambrosia, there's a danger eating it raw. Like ambrosia might be the only exception. Alright. I need to stop them. We're literally going to starve to death because I'm busy having them tear up the floor. Yeah, it'll take us a minute, but get pretty close to having our first batches of rice up. You're gaming, so it's hard to chat. I did a bit ago, died a bit ago sending a message. You Chang? This is a cool place, man. Alright. If you don't mind me asking, what have you got going on that you're playing? It's totally fine for like... I mean, I'm also sitting there like, I'm trying to chat, but I'm also trying to game. It's like, hey, how about you chat more? Just mostly curious, like what you got on your radar? Because my things I've been playing off stream lately has been Farming Simulator. I do intend on playing a bunch more Coral Island off stream, but it's been kind of... Well, that's not what you want. Don't be like right here. Try your best to retreat back before they get to you. You're moving pretty slow. Do you have a health problem? Oh! Rail and a busted leg. You're playing My Little Universe as a super low-key offline game. Gotcha. I think it was given for or offered a key for that, and I hadn't grabbed it yet. As when I looked at it, I'm like, I'm not sure. Like, it looked interesting, but I couldn't find footage because I didn't really look for footage yet. Oh, that wasn't too particularly hard. Thanks to the medicine. Thanks for this. You have a merry old time. Actually, lose your clothes, friend. Those are my clothes now. They're actually not as terrible as I thought they'd be. So storage, apparel. Oh my god, please actually hit those animals. Yeah, it's sort of idle, but not. You auto mine attack, whatever. Gotcha. Yeah, collapsing from having a break because malnutrition is not going to solve your malnutrition, friends. Oh, also, let's go to our assignments, manage food, select food restriction, lavish, do not eat corpses. Butcher them first. Insulting spree because malnourished. Excellent, excellent, that's going to help. Oh, wow, actually... Oh, never mind, you just redirected your target. I was about to get all excited, thinking that... Oh no, actually, literally they did just end their insulting spree. Oh, also, you know what we're gonna do? Sorry, pets. It is what it is. I have need for food, and you are made out of it. Aw, feels bad, man. It's never fun to be ignored. Okay. Oh, you did not think that through. Well, Cotton, you did not think through your actions, friend, when you ran up to the Thrombo and tried to punch it. That was a pretty predictable end for you, honestly. Oh, Kana's about to eat your pet. I mean, it's okay. They're gonna share. They won't leave it to just you. I also didn't want to deal with having them. Like, the warg isn't a bad pet. Like, for a combat pet. But we're gonna be leaning in on Boomrats, so I'm expecting that to be a problem. So I'd rather have that as short as we can. Alright, so the next production thing we're gonna do is... I always forget this. If there's one rock chunk in where the seat goes, it won't let you place it. Get a research bench building. Because he probably should have already had that going, but you know. I'm putting too much effort into just making things the way I want them to be long term. At the cost of doing them just right now. Okay. Well, something ate your head, which is a bit concerning. Probably the warg. Warg is gonna warg. Alright. So at the moment, our researcher and our crafter are the same person, which is, as one would say, suboptimal. Yeah, and you'd help craft. Eventually, you'll probably stop. Take you down a notch crafting. That does mean, most likely, they're just going to research. That's just what they're going to do, is they're going to research. But that's typically what happens to the researchers. They just live in your research lab or whatever, and they just never leave. I want to build the stove down here. Is there production stuff I want to build in here? Not really. I'm not gonna worry about the not gonna worry about the art table yet. We'll end up doing that later. I know I shouldn't care about those, but we're just cleaning up edges and whatnot. Okay. There's the fuel stove going in that spot. Do this. Put in a light source for the room. Have ourselves a nice big production room right for the gang. We're like really slacking on the common room for them to eat in and whatnot. I haven't figured out where I want to put the freezer and that. Part of me wants to put it kind of over here, maybe? And the reason I'm thinking this is because that'll be nearest to our kill box, but not too near. So I could do something here, like have the common room there, like the kitchens, and then like the freezer or something like that. That way I can get the stoves out that far. Because then I continue to like build a bunch of rooms back here. I mean, heck, I can just build more bedrooms over here. It's fine. Because I'm imagining the kill box will be this area. And then also, like, eventually just put, like, a bunch of columns, like, zigzag, just to slow them, you know, slow the enemies down kind of thing. Okay, bills. Simple meals, time 4, do until you have 10. And we won't worry about baby food. The ambush freighter. Sure. Who has the highest? Longclaw. Alright. So, go quests. Except for Longclaw. And sorted. There is, for those who didn't see, Spiffing Brit actually put out a video where you can abuse this event to get to replay again and again and again. To just basically get as many of the Silinks as you could possibly want. It's those things like, okay, that is a lot of effort to set that up, but also, you know, amusing in its own. But I'm not gonna do that, because I am too lazy. Alright. And we'll get ourselves psychic powers. Because we can. Unimpressive. Excellent. Just what we always wanted. It's pretty hot outside. It's 105 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than I want it to be. I am displeased with the temperature it is outside in the game right now. Yeah, so I do think we will end up putting a the freezer and all that up in this rock formation up here. Basically, it's trying to move as many of the things that I need my people to be at most of the time up in this direction. Because my fear because my fear is if I don't put it up here, we'll run to that situation where all of my stuff is down here. The attack shows up and they get through my kill box before I even get remotely close to, you know, being ready for the fight. Because I've definitely made bases where that's a problem. Alright, so we need more trees knocked down. Yeah, so like that. So I have 2 of them assigned to maximum kill. Any consensus on Rual putting the campy back in the corner when he's not in Zomboid? I'm undecided what to ask. You know, you're probably right, because I'm probably covering up where the actions are going to go. Because also, as well as ones that I can move it around on the screen, but like, where's the spot where it's not in the way? Because like here, it's covering up my inventory stuff. Down below, it's covering up like, is it blighted soil or sandy soil or whatever? Over on this side, it's covering up the events. Down there, I think top right. I don't have top right set up. I probably should set up top right here in the future. It wouldn't be terrible for me to set up a top right one. Yeah, we can do that. So give me a moment. So let's duplicate the scene. we'll name it top right. And then right top, we will go and grab the teleprompter and plunk it up here. And drop that back in there. And I'll set up the stream deck and all that for it later. Oh man, it's so weird looking up. Oh wait, complex furniture to begin with? Thanks, game. I get behind some complex furniture for our very first random research. And you can build a storage room like right away. How's the air up there? It's weird. It's weird looking at it and seeing myself at the top. Like, it's fine, but it's just weird being up at the top of the screen. Not something I'm used to seeing. Alright, we got that whole production room space hollowed out. Basically just waiting for them to get this cleared out. Then we can start making meaningful rooms for them to sleep in and all that, versus the disaster that's been what they've been doing. Yeah, normally I have the minimap mod up here, but I forgot to enable it. If you mirror your camera vertically, you can cosplay as a stalactite. Nice. Yeah, normally my minimap is up here too, but I disabled all my mods for the hot potato, and I missed a couple when I went to re-enable things. And where some of them are like, no, I'm going to take the time to add that back in. Like, what I'll probably do is maybe between this stream and next, I might just turn it back on then. Otherwise, I haven't been worried about too much. All right. Yeah, I do feel like the freezer's going up here. Feel like we'll have like a common room here that'll be joined up with this hallway. Then put like the freezer, like the kitchen, whatever you want to say, on this side, and then the freezer with like a hallway running out or whatever. You know, we'll have to worry about potentially like breach raids, but I mean, you always have to worry about breach raids. What's my opinions of mods that add fishing to RimWorld? Most of the time, I find it trivializes the game. In the ones I've seen, well, I shouldn't say trivialize. That's not fair. It makes food very, very easy by comparison to what it normally is, because it makes tiles that would otherwise be really difficult to make happen not as bad. Oh wait, oh, you're in a hostile faction. Ideology, we'll plunk that in here, because we will make this the ideology room eventually. A social, assign, moral guide, okay. There, I got yourself some root beer, excellent. Fishing is a very passive task without a minigame. You mean RimWorld or in general? Because RimWorld did not having a RimWorld did not having anything more to it. I mean, it doesn't really hit me there one way or the other. Because like them running around popping up the plants and all that kind of thing. Last root beer, excellent. Sooner or later, you'll actually get a room done. Honestly, with this, I know I shouldn't worry about it, but I just like smoothing it all out to make it look nice. In most games? Yeah, now I would actually say, like, most games, they'll have, like, a fishing mini game where, you know, you run up and you like cast the line, and then several seconds go by and a little bobber thing happens, or you have to do the thing where you have to like, you know, pull and rest so you don't break the line. They all have their different ways of gamifying it. It's a very common one, but they'll have a bunch of different ways of doing it. Yeah, Zomboid is passive. That is one I would agree is passive. Which, for the record, that is one of the things that's supposed to happen with Build 42, is it's no longer going to be passive. Like, they'll have a whole thing where you, like, cast it out and you bring it in. I don't know exactly how it's going to work. I have a feeling it'll probably end up being the same minigame that, like, 90% of them are, which is, you know, you cast it, you wait until it bobs the second time, you hit the button, or it automatically hooks. And then do the whole thing where you, like, click and hold, like, to either, like, match a spot on a bar, or, you know, the tension builds up with the fish dregs, and you have to, like, keep, like, juggling the two things. I hope, like, my only fear with, like, that kind of a thing with Project... Ooh, stone cutting second? Just give me everything I want, why don't you? My only fear with something like that with Project Zomboid, though, is... Okay, a Zomboid or a zombie runs up to you while you're doing that whole nonsense. How do you... Like, how does that work? Like, you'd have to be able to, you know, get out of the mini-game instantly. Which it makes sense, like, in-game wise, like, if you're fishing and you hear zombie, you're just gonna drop the pole and, you know, move or do what you gotta do. Like, you're not gonna worry about saving your pole or anything like that. You're just gonna be entirely focused on protect myself from zombie. Make any stone. Fishing pole bayonet. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I mean, but the fishing with the bayonet would work. The oh, you mean like for the zombie bayonet, I guess. Because it'd be like, so spear fishing. Like, I could go for it being more something that you would like foraging. You'd walk along the water, and, you know, you'd observe that there's fish in the area, and then if you cast there, like, you could catch a fish very quickly compared to what we have now. Or something like that. So instead of where you just sit in the same spot in the water, just, like, stabbing the water again and again with the spear, and eventually a fish comes out, you know, which is very counter to the way the world would work, because if you're stabbing the water, the fish are going to scatter. But I could see it being a thing that you walk along the water, there's some indicator that there's a fish over there, and, you know, then you roll a dice to see if you get it or not. Or something like that. Alright, that's attacks immediately. You seem to go down in one hit. Yep, got brained. I haven't decided yet where I'm moving the various animals. Not. We can make this our corpse handling area for right now. Storage clear, critical. Human-like corpses. Alright, so let's get our first of our Boomrats going. And we'll also go here and say expand allowed area. Okay, so for now, we can go there and just say, manage areas, rename, Boom Zone. Because that's what put the Boomrats for the time being. Oh, I think, judging by the fact that we immediately, like, it was gone, I'm assuming that the ambrosia showed up at our farm and they just immediately dug it up and got rid of it. Alright, so our production room is all carved out and whatnot. I want to smooth it out to make it nicer. I'm just trying to not queue that up because they won't. That'll cut back the number of people mining, and it'll just never get done. So I'm proverbially sitting on my hands trying to make sure that that does get done. Go haul that medicine back, please. Like, it's bad enough that the clothes are rotting, but I'm not gonna like manually intervene. But the medicine I want to make sure we keep. Because we're gonna get our first bedroom built. And once we have that, we can like get some of the people out from down here. Let's see. If I were to do this, we can make that into like the rec room, common room. That could be for the butcher and the kitchen. And I'll actually join those two rooms. That way I can have one door in and out of this place. And then that'll be the thing into the freezer. I think that'll work. And then this is where the AC units would go. And I have deliberately not attached it, just so I don't have to worry about any of that. Okay, and you took a bruised leg, that's fine. Alright, well our food seems to be in pretty good shape now. We're getting our rooms started. It's a little bit of a slow start because I'm spreading my people too thin. We have this temporary barracks, which is an absolute nightmare. I think that'll be the ideology room because no one needs to go there in any frequency. So, that's fine. Alright, you're attending. And before we forget, let's go here. Don't use glitter. Defaults, no glitter. Okay. Don't use glitter. Don't use glitter. Don't use glitter. Don't use glitter. For you two, I will set you up so you can self-tend. Alright. Yeah, once that last little bit of steel's dug up, then they should be onto that. But yeah, so I'm going to have them build the bedrooms here. And actually, you know what? We could just do it this way. That'll connect that, but ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a second door down here once they start getting that started. But yeah, this will be our rec room slash break room slash whatever. Where we make our food, our freezer, because then that gives me like all the room I want to expand in there. And that'll be our like living space, that's production. Which I actually think I will go straight across from here. We'll knock that block out so I have doors on both sides. This will be the ideology room because we'll hardly ever use it. But like it could be like the ideology or throne room, that down there. We'll put our hospital probably here. Kill box there. Oh, we got a first person with a gun showing up. Let's put all our people over here. Plan straightforward. Person with a gun walks around the corner. We drop into melee. Denying them much of any time to do anything. Oh, already dead. Okay, well, that's going to be better than your Pila, so go ahead and grab that. And thanks, friend. And you got another bruise. Excellent. Doing good. I've yet to tame any of the Boomrats. Quite yet. I deliberately left this part of the field out so they wouldn't eat our crops, but we'll work on all that. Come on. There. So we'll unselect the rice. We expand the potatoes to take over the rice's area. We're not going to keep rice long term. Rice is good for like bootstrapping up real early, but that's kind of its big thing is that it grows fast. Nutritionally, it's kind of crap. Kind of crap for a lot of other things. We're just going to do more potatoes. Even though corn is the one that has the highest calories. It just has the longest grow time, so winter becomes more of a difficulty. So who is our one who's actually going to be crafting mostly? So you cook, and then you grow as a secondary to cooking. I'm going to deprioritize that. So that you craft after you cook. Yep, potatoes. Area revealed. That's not what you like to find back there. Okay. So set that to be sandstone, so they're pulling that out. There's another hole over here I didn't notice. Gotta try and fill that in so that you know, it ends up being a decent room and all without we're still gonna have to deal with infestations in here, but I actually don't mind infestations. To date, I've only lost please don't be nearby. Okay. To date, I think I've only lost one colonist or one colony to infestations. Nicely done. Okay. Alright, so we have the first Boomrat, which we are going to name. As soon as I remember where we do that. So it's... Why am I having problems? Techie's Gift. I'd rather have an infestation than a drop pod raid. Bugs don't shoot bullets. Agreed. Yeah, no, it's the same. It's the same thing for me. Flawed one saying, "I never understood the fear for infestations from seemingly decent chunk of player base." So, like, I think the biggest danger of infestations is if you don't jump on them right away, because that's the only time I've lost a colony to an infestation where I wasn't already mostly dead. Is that I had one where I'm like, I'm too busy to deal with this. I will deal with this later. Got distracted, turned around and went, oh my god, what has happened over there? Alright, we've got our second Boomrat, and this will be renamed Boomrat 36. And those are the only ones we're going to give special names for the time being. And for those who don't know why that is, we just had the RimWorld Hot Potato, and those are to honor like the two Boomrats that got kind of reputations in the colony. Hecky's gift being the first Boomrat, and then Boomrat 36 being the one who led the great charge and managed to walk away with, you know, pretty severe injuries. Likely because you don't control the temp of attack. And it may... Likely because you don't control the tempo of the attack. It may be in a vulnerable section. Yeah, no, but that's the thing, is I don't go out of my way to do stuff to, you know, finagle them to show up different places or other. I used to. Way back when. But, like... That's kind of only when I first started playing RimWorld did I really go out of my way to try and be like, let me kind of force the infestations into this corner, kind of thing. I just personally found, like, that's what this is about. This is my anti-infestation strategy. Because all I'll do is I'll put melee pawns there. Like, say the infestation's over here, I'll put my 3 melee pawns here, or 2 or 3, whatever I got, and I'll pile in the range behind. And that strategy has held me through almost all that. Let's see, there are also ways to prevent infestation altogether, but if you don't want to deal with it, it's probably easier just to disable them. Yeah. Well, it was more the comment that, like, people are like, oh my god, infestation. I'm like, man, forget infestation. Like, the mech cluster, I probably died to mech cluster than any other type of raid, attack, or event. I've probably gotten killed by mech clusters more than anything else. Because you'll have the ones that drop in who have, like, literally no cover around them whatsoever. They just kind of drop in. There's just, like, a couple of trees or whatever. And you're like, alright. So this thing is, like, 12 turrets going on that clear half the map. And your best strategy for dealing with it is basically to mortar them. Is about the only really good choice you have. Yeah, and the breachers have hurt me real bad, too. Excellent. Cassandra's like, let's handle that body for you. You don't want that corpse laying around. Major brace risk on you, cause low psychic drone, and brutal outdoors and sweaty. Research known comp... What is this? So I have random research, and we have gotten, like, the 3 researches I want the most at the beginning. Like, don't get me wrong, passive cooler's also up there, but these are, like, the 3 big ones. Stone cutting complex for complex clothing, and we just got them back to back to back, not even a single gap in the middle. I see Cassandra, too, is on team, like, oh, Boomrats. You're gonna support Boomrats? Here, I'm gonna give you everything you need to support your Boomrats. We're getting the Cassandra sign-off on Boomrats are just what need to happen. Where Cassandra was constantly striking ducks with lightning and meteors and stuff like that, Cassandra is definitely like, no, Boomrats are where it's at. Oh, we do have the wood, it's just sitting on the ground over there. We probably won't worry about that, but I'll pull it up because worst case I sell it. Yeah, no, breachers have messed me pretty. I've definitely lost a number of colonies to breachers. Not a big number, just because not as many breacher raids happen as the other ones. But I've definitely lost runs to breachers. I've lost a lot of colonies to mech clusters. She knows that the more Boomrats there are, the more spectacular is the fire. I mean, that's fair. Cassandra's just here for entertainment, and she realizes we are openly offering her entertainment. We are giving her what she desires for entertainment. It should cover the whole room. Get the tool cabinet in there. Alright. Night owl out and date. You have a schedule, just don't be out. Go to bed. Then you should have let me, You're welcome to the open large, said the preacher. Raid right? What? Hide in room due to low psychic drone. We'll get there. Right now it's because we don't have like an actual dining room. We don't have so many things they want. Their barracks is absolutely terrible. They'll get there. Meanwhile, Last Lardine is going to be picking up all these stones and processing them. That's part of the reason why construction slowed down a little bit. Is Lardine was splitting the effort between a bunch of things, but I put crafting on there. They're just going to stone cut till all chunks are gone. And I'm A-okay with that. Because we're going to want that to build defenses and whatnot. I do think I am going to borrow the defense strategy I was seeing a lot of people starting to work towards in the... in the hot potato. I don't know the exact like angle you do all this in, but the idea was basically you'd have a kill box that's shaped like a cone. That way the one enemy stepping out, we have to do that. We said breacher. Breacher is what we said. The raids that smash through walls. Like, what we'll probably do is figure out, you know, like, most of the weapons have a range of, like, 20, like, in the 20-somethings. Yeah, 23. .23 is actually a pretty solid range. Yeah, so we might actually chip into this mountain side as well. Let's go here. Orders plan. Yeah, so that'll be our stencil for distance. So carve this out. I have one of the gaps right here in the middle. We can start that up, and that'll start becoming the kill box. Because I'll put the barricades here, the pawns line up back here, and then we'll slowly like slope it in. Same idea, and the idea is you'd end up having like a cone where they walk in here, there'd be no cover in this whole space, and you just pepper them from all angles. I know with that side, people tend to prefer the assault rifles as opposed to, I generally, because I usually do like the really long narrow kill boxes, I actually tend to prefer the heavy machine guns just because the maximum number of shots out helps. Alright, so they want to stay here, and they'll give us a telescope or goodwill. I want that telescope, because that's recreation. So right now, congratulations, welcome to your wonderful digs. of being back there and doing whatever the heck you feel like. You'll have recreation for your entire schedule. So also congratulations. The Boomrats are already multiplying. We could probably just not even worry about taming the other ones out there. We'll just let the Boomrats do the Boomrat thing. They'll get there. Nature will figure it out. Okay, temperatures outside are still fine. Nature finds a way. Especially when it's not even a complicated way. It's a very straightforward way. Where, like, nature just does nature's normal thing. Doesn't have to really think about it at all. Oh. That prompt happened right as I was hitting that, so I was like, come again? Why was that a problem? Alright. Let's take our toolbox set up here to improve work speed. The random question, does chopping all the trees down in an area affect how they grow back, or does not matter? I do not believe it matters. Like, if you chop down the trees, they will just come back. Oh, we should also go over here and go ideology. Set up a boost for dying stuff so we can dye our things. Now I feel less guilty about deforesting entire swaths of the map. Yeah, no, it's... I haven't ever really noticed it one way or the other being significantly different. Like, based on how I go about, you know, that. Food binge due to awful barracks. That's fair enough. So... Thank you for even more. We will say Longclaw gets dibs on the first bedroom. You are the moral guide, so, you know, have fun with that. And once we get enough bedrooms built, then we'll start going through... Yeah, someone has to put nature in its place from time to time. Yeah, you know how it is. I still haven't gotten the new emotes commission. I've got a pretty good idea what I'm doing right now. It's the two artists I want are they don't have availability yet. And I'd rather wait and get the artists I want than, you know, take chances with someone new. Which, to be clear, one of those artists is new to me, but makes emotes for a lot of channels that I frequent. Yep, we're definitely not caravanning across the planet. Dromedaries join. Excellent. You're gonna be eaten. I'll take Muffalo, but I'm not gonna worry about the dromedaries. We're a colony based around Boomrats, not other things. Oh yeah, it's just a very, very volatile rat jam. That's for those who weren't at the beginning, weren't here at the beginning of the colonists. We did name one of our festivals the Boomrat Jam. It's just a rat jam with a little bit more volatility. That's all. Research known, noble apparel. I don't actually care about that one. Oh, here's the big one, which is to go to this. Oh, do I not have the thing that lets me copy these? Boo. Man, you don't use mods for like 10 seconds, and you gotta remember all of them. Again, one of the reasons why half this stuff should just be part of the base game. Like being able to copy our patterns and all that. I'll make dusters. So I got face mask, dusters, pants. We will want capes. We will want shirts. Oh, that was the other thing of playing RimWorld on vanilla after so long, and how few options there are in here. I was confused, like, uh-oh, we have Toxic Fall. Let me quickly go ahead and make my face masks. And just that long pause what? Where are my face masks? We'll do bowler hats. And don't worry about kids' clothing right now. So let's see. So, I believe we're good. We've got our hat with a bowler hat. So we've got our shirt for a chest piece. We've got our pants, which are pants. We've got a jacket. We've got a cape. And we got face masks. Honestly, for noble apparel, what does it even add that we might consider? Oh, wait, the beret was noble apparel, wasn't it? Oh, you do a top hat. Make ladies' hat. There's something else here. Oh, and a formal vest. We'll make formal shirts. Let's get fancy. So get rid of these stinky regular button-down shirts, formal shirts. And we'll give everyone top hats. We can just forget our bowler hats. Excellent. There we go. So we get some fancy clothes. There wasn't like fancy pants, were there? Did I overlook those? I almost never worry about the formal apparel. Nah, it's just regular pants. They also have a sash, but I think the sash takes the same place as the cape, if I remember correctly. It's fine. So I need more wood. So here's hoping, all we need now is for it to give me electricity and then geothermal, and then, you know, like we have everything just handed to us. Alright, who would be the one to cut down those trees? Tangerine Blade. Let's see, when you wake up, you'll probably eat breakfast. Well, you go to recreation. Then you'll eat breakfast, most likely. I want to see if you actually cut down the trees or what you do, because I would like you to cut down some trees. Get that wood recovering. Interesting. Ah, because I have both growing and plant cut as one. I see. There we go. That'll fix it. Have you cut down some trees real fast, get that moving. Awful barracks, observed a rotting corpse. Excellent, excellent. Cool, so we can go here and go slate wall, slate wall, slate wall. Oh, excellent. Gutworms. My favorite. Oh, gutworms. You always mean such a happy time. Alright, so. I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna put temperature, we're gonna put a fire out here. Actually, let's put out here. We'll do that for burning our worn out clothes. Hi.
Hi. I kissed the hubby.
Why would you do this?
Cause he's so cute. Are you playing the best game?
I am playing RimWorld. It's pretty good.
Are you playing it the best way possible?
We're gonna have a bunch of explosive rats.
That's cool. I'm so excited.
It's a nod to the hot potato with the Boomrats being a thing they kind of control.
Yeah, I figured.
Should be ridiculous, should be fun. Because pretty soon, we get our next round of rats. Serious pain. Why are you in oh, gutworms, that's fair. Slept to the ground, slept to the heat, ate without table, disturbed sleep, uncomfortable, venerated Boomrats +1. Honestly, when the Boomrats, when they suffer bad times, it's gonna be bad in the colony. Because not only will they explode per the normal and start fires, but on top of that, everyone's gonna be very upset about the venerated animals dying. So that'll be a thing we live with. Okay. Up and die. Die self. Do forever. Okay. That way everyone can dye their clothes their favorite color. So everyone starts, you know, looking all pretty with all their different styles of clothing. Extreme break risk. I mean, yeah. Because the gutworms are 300%. Yeah, so we have to keep tending till we hit 300%. Luckily, I at least have some okay doctors in this one. I'm amused that I keep getting everything but the things we really need to get done. Alright, so scooch on over here. Nicely done, team. Longclaw got some minor nibbles. Yeah. Doctors, yes. Borders, no. There is no PETA on the rim. Besides, we're not even doing anything wrong. We're being attacked by animals and just defending ourselves. Alright, bills, burn apparel, do forever. If the clothing is not clean, apparel, do forever. And if it is below 80% hit points and is not utility. Alright. Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was a typo. Yes, I too like the pitas. Especially when you get a nice pita with some feta cheese on it. I was super bummed when I used to work in Orlando, like downtown Orlando. One of my go-tos was Pita Pit. And sadly they closed, and it was really disappointing. I've had a lot of that, like restaurants I get to like really like and then they go away. Pita Pit, Moe's. Which. We'll slowly work again that. Oh, our guest has gut worms? Well, that's not good. 8 non-cannibal food. Oh, we want to actually convert you. If you're gonna sit there and be upset because we're not feeding you humans, that's a you problem. So, Tantrum, you're gonna destroy my tool cabinet. You are a monster. I don't really care that much, but if I did, I'd be very upset about that. Honestly, it's not the tailoring bench, so I'm pretty okay with it. If it was the tailoring bench, I'd be pretty unhappy, because then I'd have to reset up all the queue. Yeah, Donkey Duff's just gonna end up, fortunately, have to live with that nudist thing. Alright, it's not that many waste packs, but I'm not gonna take it. I can deal with that. We thought of opening your own bakery. Opening my own bakery. Not really getting where that's going. I'm assuming we're joking on something. I've lost the context. Oh, because of all the good places in the area going out of business? No, a big part of honestly why so many of them aren't making it is we do have a very, very large number of places to eat in the area. That they're kind of just all competing with each other. Like it became a joke that it's not far from us. We had like a froyo place, and it didn't make it. And there were, like, to give you an idea, out of the 10-ish years we've been here, that one location, that one building has been, I think it was 4 different froyo places, and then became like a hair salon kind of place. And it's kind of one of those things you're like, okay, imagine you're the person that 3 other froyo places have gone out of business in that same location. They couldn't make it work. And then they're just kind of, you're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open a froyo place in that spot where the other 3 didn't make it. It's going to be different this time. Rual's Flower Power. Rual's Yeast Feast. Rual's Rolls and Buns. If there's ever like a bakery tycoon game that isn't absolutely wretchedly awful, we'll be ready. Rual Scone Zone. I mean, you have me at scones. If we're talking about things I'm excited about at bakeries, scones are where it's at. It's just like a giant cookie. It's like, all right, what if someone is, instead of, making a little cookie, they're just like, what if I just take an entire batch of cookies worth of dough and just went and made it as like one big thing? That is what a scone is like. Rual's Oven Lovin'. Oh no. Hey, D4DG. How's it going? Vlad was like, nope, not Luckin the Oven Lovin'. Nope. Not comfy field name. Gonna say a hard pass on that one. You had me until you used feast. But I was okay with the scone zone. Yeah. Like, honestly, if I was making plays, I would probably call it the scone zone. And while I would certainly carry, like, a wide range of baked goods, certainly, I'd try and specialize in scones. Like, have, like, the heckin' fanciest scones I could come up with. Because it's what I would want to eat. You'd have the other things as what feel like an obligation, but then the scones are why you go. What is it with, like, nothing but, like, wild yatkins being the thing running around here? We'll see if this one is smarter than the last one. The last yatkin, 2 thrombos show up in the map, and the first thing it did was it beelined and punched the thrombo, who turned around and immediately gored it and, you know, killed them. I was like, you know what? That is the predictable outcome of this entire scenario. Right, so other than Donkey Duff, who was just really struggling with that, the gutworms upsetting them. Drug production. You know it had to happen sooner or later. This is RimWorld. The colony exists with random research, and therefore drug production will happen pretty early on. They're just going, look, we gave you all the things you wanted right away from the beginning. It's time to get our turn. Drugs, ooh. Okay, go to your... That's not your room. It said you're going to go to your room and break furniture. I'm okay with you breaking everything, but this... Alright, who is our repair person? Construction person. Hey, Donkey Duff. I need you to stop what you're doing. And repair that workbench. I don't care what Long Claw breaks in this place, as long as it's not that workbench. Oh, come on. I say that and it's like, oh, really? Anything? It's fine. At least the stove's not as much. The tailoring bench, just because you put like 8 different pieces of clothing, it ends up being this huge ordeal. At least you're not skinning humans? No. No, generally I play RimWorld as like, if you would imagine perfectly normal, like oh man, 5.310. I'm gonna need you to do way better than that, Long Claw. That'd be like 60 tens to get you over your, a Mad Boomalope. That'd be like 60 tens to get you over your gutworms. There we go. Alright. Good attack during foggy rain. Worms not uwu. Absolutely not. Worms are very much a bad time. Yeah, it was like a 5.3% 10. It's like, please. No, we're not doing deserter. Get out of here. Because that's how you get people over gutworms, is you just keep treating it. Are you not going? Okay, Conroy's on it. As long as someone's treating you, that's the important part. I haven't ever checked if you can do a conversion on a wild person. I imagine you can't, because for the most part, the game treats wild people as if they are animals. Like, mechanically in the game, that is. Alright, so next one should get, you flipped over. Yeah, just all of the negative moods we have here. Like, the gutworms is the big one, which we're working on. I'm trying to get these rooms set up, but because of how bad those moods are, and fortunately the person who's having the biggest struggle is also the one who's responsible for building everything, which is why it's not getting done. We can keep things moving along at least a little bit and get our room set up. Then I'll give Donkey Duff the next room just to try and deal with those mood breaks. I'm gonna prioritize the stove first before you do the wall. Because otherwise, you're just going to keep getting angry. Let's get some actual food in here. Yeah, so we're just doing this to try and slow them down. Normally, I found I liked switching them back and forth. One cool thing I did see that people were doing, is now I think about it, is I don't want the door there. Instead of a door there, we put the slate wall or whatever it is. Because certain things I can't get over a wall will stop there. Hide in room, that's totally fine. Hide in room is an okay one. Because we still got people researching, hauling, and cleaning. As long as progress is being made, I'm pretty okay with stuff. Visitors, research known, passive cooler. Alright, that'll help a little bit. Because right now it's not going to be hot enough to worry about, but during the summer and the spring when it's hotter, we'll be able to use a passive cooler to help with the mood debuff from sleeping in the heat. Alright, Longclaw's actually getting some mining done, so that's cool. Sweet! Just 5 components for doing absolutely nothing. I can get behind that. Oh, I just realized that it's on a diagonal, so they'll never do it. It's fine. Shelter for a friend. You're willing to give me a drill arm and word of love. Oh, here. Get out of here. A drill arms and a word love. or crafting, or goodwill. All of these are good. I'll probably skip on the drill arm because I have to do the surgery, all that. And who would even get it? You? Yeah, and that hurts your ability to fight. Probably the goodwill. Okay. So let's take care of people. Yeah, and Diggy Diggy arm, because I'm trying to remember with the drill arm. I believe that penalizes your manipulation, but then gives you a huge boost to mining. If it penalizes your manipulation, it'll penalize your ability to use a gun, if I'm remembering correctly. Because no, the power claw penalizes, I believe, your movement speed. Yeah, it does. Yeah, so right now for that situation, I'm like, eh. While definitely being able to mine fast would be really helpful in this colony, like it genuinely would. Also, I'm not that worried about it. Alright, so we're getting there. Why are you going back to rest? Okay, sure, whatever. You think it also penalizes movement speed? Gotcha. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, if I have someone who's like a dedicated mining pawn, like that's just what they do for the colony, I'm absolutely down to give them a drill arm if I'm in an area where I'm going to be doing lots of digging. But even though I'm probably going to do a bunch of digging here, I don't think it's going to be nearly as urgent. Especially having not a whole lot of ranged combatants and all that. Yeah, no, if they're body modders, absolutely. My bigger concern is not having enough people who are going to be good at fighting. That's interesting. But I told you about the carpenter who drowned in a vat of varnish. It was a terrible end, but a beautiful finish. See what you did there. Just a response. Boo. Which is a fair response. Alright, so getting done with that part of that. Ban that guy, says Zidian. 160% mining speed plus 70% deep drilling speed per arm. Yeah, like if I had a bunch more people, I would probably have gone for it. I think we went with the goodwill, if I believe. Yeah, because it's really good. I found I really like it when we can get ourselves up to like allied and all that kind of stuff. It's very, very helpful. You just get way more trade caravans rolling through, which helps you both get what you need so far as materials. And it can also really easily help you keep that relationship up by just them spinning by again and again. Alright, and that'll be the last of this part up here for the kill box for now. And that's just to make them take a little bit longer to get through here. Oh, someone destroyed the hoop ring. Of course they did. Alright, actual progress is being made. You know, good, that's a well thought out joke. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad joke or anything. It's definitely one of those jokes you hear and go, It's like a proper good dad joke, for example. If you're not cringing, it wasn't properly executed. There is a certain amount of cringing that must happen for it to be a good dad joke. So I took the time to polish that one out. Hide in room Longclaw due to serious pain, and that'll be because gutworms. Alright. So it is starting to get colder quickly. I was really kind of hoping we'd have these rooms. I probably should have built that fire inside the building. I was just worried about getting too hot in the building. The good news is we are getting complex clothing. Like, we have it. So we are getting some clothing and all that. The bad news is that clothing isn't coming as fast as I'd really like. Alright, drug lab's done. I'll set that even though we're not growing smoke leaf. I've honestly had, like, I find smoke leaf is a good way to manage mood issues in your colony, but I've also found people on smoke leaf to be tremendously an aggravation to deal with. All right. There we go. A nice 45% tend. Get you out those gutworms as fast as possible. All right. Yeah, I've got food. We're not going to get hauled back right now. But, that's fine. We'll get there. And the Boomrat population grows. Venerated Boomrat. I believe if you have a bunch... Oh, God. What's going on here? We're gonna make an entire colony around an ideology based around Boomrats in honor of the hot potato. For those who don't know, your local guru, another fantastic content creator on the platform. Definitely someone worth checking out. Also participate in the hot potato. But good times over there, drop a file, do all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely. And they're venerated animals on top of that, so when they die, it's gonna upset us. It is most definitely one of the plans of all time. We have to pay respects to Boomrat 36. Yep, so yeah, we've named the first one Hecky's Gift, and we named the second one Boomrat 36 in honor of the Boomrats from the hot potato. Hecky's Gift being the first Boomrat, and Boomrat 36, who was a hero. I'll just go ahead and knock this out, because this will be the common room, whatever you want to call it. All right. The other thing we'll probably run to down the road as well is a run to issues around, like, when the Boomrats get sick and that kind of stuff. Your says, you almost sent Hecky's Gift in, but decided to save that one and just tame a few others to use. And we see how that worked out amazingly. Oh yeah, no, the Boomrat thing for the whole hot potato couldn't have gone better. Like, even the parts that involved most of the colony being actively on fire, couldn't have gone better. Research known, smithing. Not going to be unhappy about that. That's what's required before machining. That also opens up helmets. Alright, so we go here, production. Fueled smithy. Oh, not there. Fueled smithy over here. And furniture, chair, wood. Cool. You have food poisoning? Gutworms? Still gutworms. Okay, we're working on that. Alright, have yourself a good lurk, girl girl. Thank you for popping in. The Deep Prisoner. We have a person with some parallel abrasia. We'll go with I'm mixed. Do I want to keep pushing for titles? Like actually do. We'll go with Goodwill. We'll do Goodwill. That's what we'll do. Goodwill is what's happening. In the meantime, I need. Oh, you're a prisoner. I can do words. Yeah, buddy. So right now, you're gonna have the greatest cell of all time. Don't worry about it. It's definitely a wonderful cell and definitely not awful. Okay. Alright, you have a sad wanderer. You go ahead and take over that. I know the barracks are awful. I'm literally trying to work on it. The only way it's ever going to get done is if you stop all melting down. I've regretted that a number of times when I haven't gone out of the way to deal with, like, the barracks and the common room first. Because those are such just really powerful mood modifiers. Alright. So I've got it queued up so they'll start working on helmets. Okay, those are fine for right now. We'll definitely also want to get the hospital. Those 3.7. At least you're gaining a lot of doctoring skill for doing that. That's the only reason I'm not annoyed with it is like, okay. Oh, good. Donkey Duff is no longer be breaking constantly. Oh, we got a stretch. I can go ahead and do that.
Take a sip. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay. Like, the worst one is Donkey Duff is the one responsible for fixing all of Donkey Duff's problems. Awful barracks? It's Donkey Duff's the builder. Ate without table? Donkey Duff's the builder. I mean, technically, Ratty Apparel is someone else. The disturbed sleep also requires the bedrooms. Donkey Duff's the builder. Alright, so put this here. Try and help out with the temperatures. For Timber Forest, it does not feel like there's all that many trees. So close that door so that he can actually build up in there. Everyone's slowly changing their clothes, getting them all dyed, looking nice. Yeah, so like the tiny little room in the middle is actually getting a little bit on the hot side, but that's okay. Let's continue working on converting this person. Because that gets me points in ideology, practice social, all that. And we're up to 6 Boomrats, and it's just gonna get worse and worse. I do wonder when the population gets like way out of hand how I want to go facilitating that. Because I could deliberately eat the mood negatives by allowing the Boomrats to be involved in the fight, which gets tricky because I want to say venerated animal, the mood penalties can get pretty bad. Oh, good. We're having one of those self-solving problem times. We've got a raid going at the same time, a trade caravan. Okay, so before we get out of this, for right now, schedule home assignment. Don't be on about. Okay, so we'll sell the ambrosia. We don't need any more animals. The Boomrats are going to be our big problem. We will say 50 medicine going out. And that'll be it for right now. So you're having extreme break risk. Yep, and do what they can. Well, I feel dumb. I left the money from the trade in the hallway. So they just went yoink, and there was no chance of me recovering it. It's fine. I actually don't really care about the money that much. I've used that deliberately before, where it's just like, I don't want to deal with like raid or whatever. Like you're just not in good shape. You just like deliberately leave like a pile of cash or components or something of value and be like, you know, here's your tribute. Please go away. Hunt for the artifact, yes. Especially when you're in one of those colonies that you have ridiculous amounts of money. It's like, yeah, there's 1,000 silver sitting outside. Like, right in the kill box. Just take it and leave. I don't need my colony to have this much wealth, and I don't need to be dealing with your crap. Yeah, and then I get back to mining. Is no one taking care of you? Oh, you're already fed. You must have just been fed. Yeah, so just in that last little bit of deconstruction, then we won't have to worry about that anymore. It'll just be done. Night owl and daytime. It keeps happening even though I got scheduled to go to sleep. Apparently 2 of them got into a fist fight. Excellent. Hey, Rise the Mage, how's it going? Starting to get hypothermia while and about. You could, like, go inside, please? And not just stand out here getting hypothermia? That'd be cool. I'm doing pretty good. It's good to see that we got the prisoner's room done. So the prisoner's room has been taken care of. Good to know. We got a priority set up that way. It's fine. Okay. Need to keep that fire fueled or people are going to potentially die of hypothermia over time. Alright. Oh, and security. Oh, not steel. Not steel. Don't do that. Steel's fine and all. But I'll just rather it be stone. Because that way, actually, I might need to do it like this. Do that. Then do this one. Royal Ascent. We might hold on to that as a potential finish thing. Don't cloud watch there. Not a good place to cloud watch. Okay. If anyone else is doing mining, so you're doing construction and mining. And then Longclaw could. If they ever catch up on cleaning. Which is fine, I'd rather them clean, but... Getting a little worried that we're gonna have food problems here in a minute. Another thing you could do is just open this up and be like, well, I mean, we're probably not feeding them, it's just the training is where all our food's going for that. Eclipse. A mad Boomrat. Don't do this. Don't make me kill the all-sacred Boomrats. No. Oh, I can't get there in time. It's already done. Why would you do this? Why would you have this mutually assured destruction? The Boomrat ran up to our Boomrat, attacked it, and they both exploded together. That's one of the reasons I haven't been going on my way to mine that, is just tantrums and all that. I need to get the common room and the bedrooms up. Because this barracks is not meant to be barracks. Survival of the weight. It's mutually assured destruction. I was mostly impressed that they like managed to one-tap each other. That the one hit the one, and then they both exploded. Because like scratch in the body. Yeah, so our Boomrat got killed by a neck hit, exploded and burned and killed the other one instantly. Alright, you're out of stuff to deconstruct, so go back to just mining. Cool. Church of keeping it real. Alright. Well, at least we're making actual progress on that now. It's concerning that Ollie keeps starving to death because people just aren't feeding them fast enough. It's very unlikely Ollie will ever get up and do any of these things, but why not set priorities? Just in the off chance, because sometimes Paralytic Abasia will just end early kind of thing. Yeah, I can do the conversion here, and that should be enough to have you converted. And then prisoner interaction, do nothing. Because that's a quest prisoner. We just converted them for the 1 point to the ideology. Research known, plate armor. I probably will not be making that. Well, plate armor does offer defense. It offers a movement penalty that's pretty severe. It can be a good move for your melee pawns at times, but probably not worth it otherwise. Okay. Come on, give me a new bedroom to work with. Because then what we can do is set Donkey Duff to this one. Just keep things moving. Eventually we'll start smoothing out floors and all that to improve the quality as well. Because right now we're taking all these penalties for all this junk laying around. Like, I keep being tempted to go down here and start building the hospitals. Like, no, you've already got a bunch of stuff queued up that's not done yet. Boomalope. You know what? You could stay, Boomalope. Oh, you require a pen, and you can't get past that. I'll just leave you. You'll figure it out, or you won't. It's fine, whatever. I actually did give you the bedroom first, because your character was one of the ones running into a bunch of mood breaks. Because just awful barracks and pain and everything. And on top of that, you are the moral guide. So it's kind of one of those things, I'm like, alright, yeah, the moral guide should probably get one of the, like, you're effectively the faction's leader right now. So it's like, okay, the faction's leader probably is someone who should get dibs on bedrooms. So there was a strategic reason I gave you the first room. And then the reason why I'm giving Donkey Duff the second room is Donkey Duff's been the one struggling with mood penalties and all that the most. Yeah, so the Boomalope, I do not believe can go over barricades if we look at their information. It'll be here somewhere. Be here somewhere. Blocked by fences, yes. So because it's blocked by that, it won't go over that barricade. So the only way to get through here is have to either take down the barricade or make like a separate path for them to go in. So I'm not going to worry about that. It might be something worth doing for me is to carve a path here and put a door down there. Probably actually off of this spot. Or just an entire bypass over here. That way I can get both those animals. And then I've also run into the problem before where a caravan will walk through here and for some reason they'll be allowed to walk past that normally. But when it comes time for them to leave, I'll go to give them an animal because that animal can't cross over the barricade. they'll smash the barricade because they see it as their animal is trapped inside my base. Please refuel that campfire before people freeze to death. How are you doing down here? You're still okay with the temperature. Cargo pods. Sure, hops. I can't do anything with those, but yeah, sure, we'll take them. Everyone's getting their helmets, so that's going pretty well. Everyone's looking like they're getting all dressed up, so that's good. Yep, there we go. We'll go ahead and choose to harvest all, so if anything does happen to survive the night, we can harvest that up to get whatever food we can before it gets too cold. We don't actually have much of a buffer for food. We're gonna go ahead and hunt the things that won't fight back and aren't Boomrats. Okay. That's the reason I also didn't just immediately release him. Like, I can get a little chem fuel, it's fine. Alright. Major break risk on Longclaw, cause serious pain, and the penalty from the Boomrat dying. Okay, so we're starting to get the actual room up here sorted out. Oh no, I didn't want you to tame them, that's on me. That is my fault, I chose the wrong thing. Yeah, don't tame them, kill them. They're made out of food, and we have the munchies. They want silver. Okay. Longclaw, go get them money. Ooh, you do that. Instead, you give them the money. Where you start taking injuries from hypothermia. All right. Alright, so Donkey Duff is starting to carve out what is going to be the next room. Meanwhile, set owner. That's your room now. You're officially in winter. There's not going to be a whole lot more plants showing up on the map. Yeah, we're done with berries for the season. Of course, you'd cross into the next room. It's always that way. Never finish a room, always work on the next room. That's how the game works. Always, always start the next project before you can finish the existing one. So is the way of RimWorld. Okay, go tend to yourself. That's fine. Take a minute to stand by the fire so you don't get hypothermia. And then you can get back out there. Okay. Please don't hit the rhinoceros. Please don't hit the rhinoceros. My god, Tangerine Blade, please. I wish there was a thing where you could tell people, like, hey, don't shoot past the animals. Like, take the extra time. Which who knows, but if you want a geyser, it can trap heat. Might be able to heat up some of the rooms during the winter. Yeah, unfortunately, my geysers, none of them are particularly close to that. I could build a room around one, but I'm not going to. Yeah, you're still fine. So we can have you trade real fast. Alright, that's fine. So we can sell these clothes that we don't care about. Cool. And we'll take the pemmican. So a little bit of her medicine as well. And I think we're good. Keep that campfire going so you don't freeze to death. And those will need to be smoothed out so that they can be repaired. Because they're not smoothed out, then we won't repair them when we get into fights and all that. Just gotta play a slate, we just need someone actually taking the time to work on them. Alright. Because not done yet. I'll also put barricades along here as well. Just haven't quite reached that point. Alright, need you to get back inside, Longclaw, before your hypothermia gets too bad. Oh, it turns woods hot? No, unfortunately, no. Which it's funny because it's a temperate forest, but not really a whole lot of forest happening. Okay, you'll just daze, that's fine. That's because those gutworms are still just kicking your butt. Once the gutworms get over the gutworms, you'll be in pretty good shape. Like, normally I'd start sowing trees and all that, but because we did do random research, no research, we can't actually do that. As another concern, we do have a warg out here. You can climb over fences, right? Yep. So that isn't my favorite. Actually, we're gonna wait on that. You keep doing your thing, man. Eventually I want to put doors and all that, but we don't have air conditioners anyway, so I'm just gonna make sure we don't waste our time and just keep building these rooms out so we can have what we need. It's a little concerned that I keep finding these little pockets, though. Those worry me. Back for the rats? Absolutely. Set that to be a block of sandstone. Tangerine blade, just gonna go hide in your room, that's fine. And I partially did that for two reasons. One, it means that's blocked off, so it'll actually be enclosed like it's supposed to be. And then the second reason, by blocking that off, it means we won't do this whole room until we start going there. I would really like him to start getting that spot, but I don't want to have to sit there and do like weird zoning stuff or right-click to manually kick them over to where I want them or any of that kind of nonsense. And I didn't do those things, I just don't wanna. Okay, Longclaw, I need you to stop having a mood break. So we have 9 man-hunting foxes can show up. For stuff I don't want. I'm gonna cancel that one out here. I hate our alphabet, so I'm gonna go hide in there until I feel better. No, seriously, I need you to not still be out here. There's nothing I can do other than arrest you, and I don't really want to do that if I don't have to, because you'll get all mad about it. I'll have to give you your title. But you're gonna start taking injuries from hypothermia soon. I'm kind of hoping you're getting tired enough and hungry enough that you'll just go and grab food. We got your food. We're tired enough. Come on, man. Good. You're going into rest. That's perfect. Let's hope you get there before you start actually getting injured, because you're in the range you can get injured. Yep, there's a frostbite rolling in. That'll help your mood. How about this, buddy? I want you to go to bed. Go rest. Actually, here. We'll force you to rest. Go rest there. You tend to Longclaw. Because otherwise you're going to wander around out there and die of well, not die, but get even more hypothermia injuries. Alright, we'll redo the fire too, I guess. So need doors there and there to keep... What? Why did that not get... Oh. I was like, why did that not get refueled? I need that to have people not die of hypothermia. Oh my god, please, just stand over here. Early game dealing with this stuff. Like, on Ice Sheet, for example, you could just take a geothermal, box it off, that kind of thing. I just wasn't approaching this like what you would, like, Ice Sheet or any of those kind of things. Oh my god, there's gonna be so many of those. Disease infection on Longclaw. Bandage yourself well. Can't. 19% is not ideal. It is still going faster though. Alright. We'll get there. Worst case, the good news is it's the toe, so if the infection does get out of control, we can just take the toe. Okay, still have gutworms of 50%, and this is way up here. Oh, so that fire went out. What I'm gonna do in the meantime is we're gonna go ahead and change this over here. Critical clear. Medicine, we're gonna move the medicine up here, since that's where the beds are for the most part. And go down here and say manufactured. Yeah, no more medicine. That way they put the medicine up here so they don't run back and forth out in the cold as much. It's not what I want, that's a really bad tend. I can't tell if you're winning or losing now. It's like right, it's almost tied up. I mean, we can actually make Preach Heal happen by taking... I think... Yeah, we're gonna take your title away. So I can give it to someone else so they can Preach Heal you. Very last Lardine's getting it. And Longclaw will stay out of it. It'll hurt your mood, but... we need to have you, need to just make sure you survive. It's not good that you're starving. Please eat now. You don't worry about cheering up the patient. You go back to bed. You go cheer up the patient. For whoever, it's fine. Rescue Longclaw. So you're gonna survive, but it's not great. That Preach probably saved your life. Alright. Fired because you got sick, you're gonna hear from the labor board, I tell you. Fair. I mean, it's your fault for standing out in the cold and getting yourself a really bad infection. Kind of a self-inflicted injury. You're never gonna get over those cutworms at this rate. Well, that's not what you want to see. We're basically completely out of food. Can't harvest anything. We can't hunt anything for the most part. We're just gonna have to try. Longclaw's gonna stay out of this because Longclaw is going to freeze to death if we take him into a fight. I am just gonna have to take my chances hunting something that's very likely to fight back. It's not the time. No, they're faster than we are. That is a problem. Lardine, buddy. Oh, not a neck hit. Come on. Yeah, no, it just killed the colony there. Because they can't run away, even. Time to eat Baker? No, we won't do cannibalism ever. I'd rather just start a new run. We just don't do cannibalism here. Yeah. Send in the rats? Well, the rats won't aggro. That's the thing, the rats won't aggro them. They ran past all of the rats and didn't even care. Yep, so that's a colony wipe. Because food. Very genuine, it's because I was using 90% of my food probably to feed the rats. Nope, Conrad's gonna get mauled. Because they're having a break, so they're wandering out there. Well, might as well finish it. No point in dragging it out. Might as well finish it. Go for the softened up one. Yeah, we didn't get close. Like, I probably should have gone... So the thing I was going through my head with that is I could have gone at the Boomrats, or I could have gone at or the Boomalope, or the Rhinoceros. And I was hoping I'd aggro one of the Rhinoceros, but we got both of them. Yeah, so full colony wipe. Yeah, no, that's what I was saying is the training of all the Boomrats was hitting our food pretty hard. I just need to probably expand the grow area at the beginning. And one by one they go down. The other thing I figured is if I went after the Boomalope and we did aggro multiple them, even if I took them down, they would have lit each other on fire and I probably wouldn't have gotten the meat. So it should say this is over because that's a guest. I don't like when it does this. Like it should at this point be like, hey, your colony's done and all that. Because this isn't one of my colonists. That's a guess. They're just gonna starve to death. Should have left the door open, so it would have just been sorted. On the upside, we did manage to kill one of the rhinos. But yeah. Nah, because I had to do something. There's nothing left for me to harvest here. That's one of the things we had in the potato was a year-round grow area. At least I believe it was year-round grow area. If not, it was pretty much year-round. Yeah, we're not gonna wait for him to starve to death. They dead. Alright, well, normally I would have said the split would have been at the halfway point during stream, but considering that's not even an hour away, it's like 30 minutes. It just means the RimWorld segment is probably going to be wrapping a little on the early side. We'll put up the poll for what we're switching to next, because that's just normally how I do the things on the stream, is we do usually play 2 games a night. Are we doing now? Because there's no point in me starting a colony, playing for only half an hour, and then switching. It's not going to be a very satisfactory thing to do. So let me see here on what I want to put on the list of what we're going to be playing. So we'll put the classic simulating ones going. Farming Simulator 22, Simulator 22, American Truck Simulator, because those are just good ones that are always for a chill time. I'll put RimWorld back on the list. I'll put Project Zomboid on the list. And let's get one more here on the list. What am I gonna put else on the list? Construction Simulator. We had a pretty good time with that. Coral Island, we basically finished the main story. I'm not gonna worry about doing that on the stream right now. I would love to be able to play City Skylines 2 on stream, but it crashes. I'm like, Knoxville computer out crashes, unfortunately. So that's the reason we're not doing that, because I would absolutely love to have played a bunch of that game. That's honestly one of the bigger letdowns I've had so far as the games right now, is just that one, just because of the crashes. And I'll put Software Inc. on there. Where Inc. Okay, so we've got the poll started. If you do not see the poll, Starfield, probably not.
Hi, husband.
Hi, wifey.
I'm heading downstairs.
I figured.
Your face feels nice.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you. You're handsome.
And you're a pretty girl.
I like the way your face feels.
You're just trying to encourage me to shave more. If you don't see the poll, don't forget to refresh the browser. Love. You sleep well. Yeah, no, the only reason I'm hesitant to do Starfield is very specifically first-person shooters have not done well on the channel, as well as like big story kind of games, of which Starfield kind of hits both those categories. So it is one of those things I feel like for the channel has not been a good match. Like, we did okay with the 1 or 2 streams I did of it, but actually committing to a run, I'm not sure on that one. But yeah, so the things we've got on the list, what I'm going to go ahead and do is over on the YouTube side. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream on the YouTube side. So for those who've been tuning into YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. We'll probably do something with the Boomrats again here sometime in the near future, but Colony died, so we'll go ahead and get that out of here. Because we're going to most likely